Are you living the Delaware beach lifestyle? You can't live at the beach and do nothing. This up-and-coming year-round area has lots to offer. Find out where to eat, play, and serve. Living the ultimate dream.
Hey guys, welcome to the 302 Lifestyle Beach Podcast. Guys, today I am so excited. So why did I move to the beach? Well, there's a lot of reasons, but when I came here, we moved here from Las Vegas, actually. So Las Vegas, coincidentally, I've lived all over the country, actually. And Las Vegas, it was interesting. So when you see it on TV and you go out there, actually, the strip is exactly like you see on TV. It's big, it's huge, lights everywhere, showgirls, you name it. There's tons of people, lots of parties, clubs, uh, casinos, high-end stores, nice restaurants. It's perfect. But when you live there, you never want to go down to the strip. It's just way overpriced. There's just too many people and they're all tourists, so everyone's drunk and it's just really annoying. Now, I think there are some people that live out there that love the strip because of the tourists, so you can get a lot of tips. Waitresses, bartenders, those types of things are perfect jobs out there because it's a hospitality industry in Las Vegas. But so moving to the beach here, we moved here for a couple of reasons, but when we came here, we didn't really expect to get what we got. So, as you know, you got DC, Baltimore, Washington, DC, Baltimore, Virginia, Maryland. You got Philly, New York. I mean, there's all kinds of other little cities and towns in throughout there, and everyone seems to come down to Delaware Beach. Well, when we first moved out here, though, we didn't really expect to fall in love with it like this. So, I mean, it's partly why I wanted to start this channel because coming from Vegas, we were like, you know what? There's no way we're going to stay here forever. Like, we really miss, my wife had friends and family out there, but you're so close to California. And Vegas, I don't know, it has like a certain swag on you. You know, you kind of really fall in love with all the, there's just hundreds and hundreds of restaurants. I mean, basically anything you want to do, it's there, except fishing, which sucks. So fishing out there, by the way, you go fishing in Vegas. Oh my gosh, I forget the name of the little lake, man-made lake out there, but oh my gosh, Hoover Dam, by the way, is out there. But so you go fishing like immediate Vegas, right? Yeah, you can travel up and definitely go fishing. But the immediate Vegas, so everyone pulls up their trucks, their trailers. I remember the first time this happened. I was with my wife's dad and brothers, and I was like, all right, man, I'm from Pennsylvania. I get to go fishing finally. So we get out there and we pull up to this thing, and there's a whole bunch of guys sitting there in chairs. Like, okay, this is cool. It's like a desert, but there's a lake, so should be fun. Well, I didn't understand what everyone was doing, but they kind of like all started swarming around like one little area, like all getting up all of a sudden out of their chairs, and everyone's just sitting up. I had no idea what was going on, and all of a sudden, this truck comes pulling. They stock the lake so you can catch fish. Yeah. So they back the truck up, dump all these fish in, and everyone just starts casting their lines, catching all these little fish. And I'm like, what the hell is this? This is not fishing, you guys. That's not fishing, by the way. Anyways, so yeah, that's fishing in Vegas. But the nice thing is it's a desert, so you don't really see any mosquitoes. So anyways, living in Delaware, the first year, we came out in the right around summertime, and it was cool, man. Like there was people. You had the beach town, so you get to go down to the beach. You got the Tanger outlets, shops. There's good restaurants, crab. Oh man, it was just great, right? And then all of a sudden, dum dum dum, winter sets in. And Oh my gosh. Like, I was like, what happened? Like, everyone was gone. There's like two cars going down the road. We moved into Bethany Bay, and literally it went from like a hustle bustle, like nice little resort area to nothing. Like, literally, there was nothing open, nothing going on. Now, granted, this was like 9 years ago. So things weren't as open year round as they are now, which is crazy, and how fast time goes. But what we didn't expect was, the peace and tranquility that came with being so close to the ocean. At first, allergies got a little weird, but I think after a while, the salt in the air and I can't go a day in the summertime without like just stopping by the beach for like 5 minutes and just kind of stand there and just unwind. And I love people watching, so that's always great on the boardwalk. It's a little weird last year, but it's just such an amazing feeling. And then when you really start like doing stuff and getting involved with the community and start doing events, and you know, being a business owner is really great because you get to know other business owners. And even if you're not, there's just so much to do here. And I kind of I didn't expect that, because Vegas, there's just so much to do. But here it's different. There's like a different vibe. And you have all four seasons still, but you don't have the snow like Pennsylvania, right? Where it's just snow, like you get like a foot of snow and you're stuck for like 2 weeks, you know? Uh, so that's great. It snows, and then like within a day or two, it's gone. You get a lot of rain, it seems like lately. There's been a lot of rainy days here in Delaware, but you get a mixture of all the seasons. You get the leaves changing in October, November. You do get a little cold in the winter, but it's not too bad, and you get a little snow. But for the most part, it gets hot in the summer and a lot of humid days. But for the most part, it's not too bad like Florida. So me, I've been all over the country. I've been to Iraq and Kuwait and Germany. I've been to the Philippines, Hawaii, all over the country. I lived in different parts of the country. And I have to say, out of all the places I've been to, Delaware is my favorite place to be. So I want to kind of go over, I found this cool place here. Let me pull it up here. So I just want to go over some of these things. Now, I'm actually stealing this from Cento Moving website. Looks like a site, if you're choosing to move somewhere, this is a place to go. Eventually, guys, I'm hoping to have all these kinds of people and things to do on this channel. We're going to be interviewing lots of people coming up. I'm so excited. So stay tuned. And if you guys are liking any of this discussion, please like, share, and subscribe. It'll really help out. We plan on having 365 businesses and discussions on here this year. So really excited about that. Okay, so pros to moving to the beach. So natural stress relief, of course. You've got tons to do. So, and this is scientifically proven, living near the ocean can greatly improve your sense of calmness. Yeah. So if anybody doesn't believe this, go down to the ocean and just stand there and just look at the water. Like, there's just nothing like it in the world. Just that massive moving liquid is just so cool. And your body is what, 80-90% water, so you have this weird connection with it. It's kind of cool. And the salt water, of course, like if you go swimming in it, now northern waters are a little bit more scary because they're dark, but if you just get in and just kind of just let go and let that salt water just kind of naturally break down stuff on your body, it's so great. Yep, you're healthier, of course, breathing in salt air and the seafood. So you're getting omega-3s, which you don't find in red meat. Now, however, we have been eating a lot of red meat here. Fresh Market, shout out to you for having some of the best steaks I've ever had in my life. But higher home value. So yes, my wife and I bought a house here. We were very blessed to be able to buy a house. And just over the past 8 or 9 years, the property value's gone up quite a bit. So we're excited about that. And if you buy land near the beach that hasn't been developed yet, like we meet a lot of homeowners or property owners that have bought land 30 years ago or 40 years ago even, or even back, like in the 70s when nothing was developed around here. And then all of a sudden, everything just blows up. And now they've got land that they bought for a few $1,000s and it's worth multi-millions now. So great reason to be by the beach. Lots of visitors. Yeah, that's a good one. Now, I remember being up in Pennsylvania, Georgia, different places like that, even Virginia. And the smaller towns, especially where I was at in Pennsylvania, the same people that I grew up with are doing the exact same thing. They're working and living in the exact same place. They're pushing 40s and 50s. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? Get out and see the world. I'm so thankful that I've had this desire to see the world because there's so much to do and see. And granted, some of them had kids and stuff. I get it. But man, get out and see the world. It's so great. And being in a place like this, there's a few other places like this, of course, where there's lots of visitors. But being by the beach, it's nice because you get a mixture of cultures that come here, especially being this close to New York, DC, Philly, Baltimore, and Maryland. So some of the cons. So one of the benefits of having a lot of visitors is you get to see new people and stuff. But one of the cons is actually a lot of visitors too. So if you like and again, this is one of the things where there's always a flip side of the coin. So if you focus on negative things, one of the things I learned was, and don't quote me, but I think it's 2/3 of your brain is actually developed for thinking negative thoughts. And only 1/3 or 1/4 of your brain is designed for positivity. That's why they say when you talk to a kid and you're negative to them, you need to say 3 things to make up for that bad thing you said to them if it's negative. And between 50 to 65,000 thoughts a day, researchers show that 90% of your thoughts are negative. So huge, huge, huge thing to think about. Before I dive into this, because I just said all these positive things and now there's a flip side of that. So you could be negative Nancy and be like, oh, there's lots of visitors. That's so great. Actually, lots of visitors is horrible. I hate it. Too many people. I have to wait in traffic for 5 minutes, But anyways, so that could be a flip side of that. Weather, yeah, by the beach, you have to worry about hurricanes. So since I've been here, there's been 3, I think. And although actually Delaware, it was supposed to hit, and then all of a sudden did not. It kind of veered north. I think all of them kind of veered off a little bit, so we didn't get direct hits. But actually, I think it adds a little bit of life to life. It's nice having a little flair. It's a little scary, especially if you have your house by the beach, it gets ruined or something. But so weather can be a good or bad thing, and then you have flood insurance if you're really by the water. Home deterioration, yeah. So storms not only can cause damage, but the salt water and salt air and salt in itself. So we had a house down Cedar, all the way down by the bay, and we had a boat. It was an old boat, old Grady White. And I tell you what, being that close to the bay, even it was a nightmare. Like everything you put outside, 6 months it was 6 months later, the thing is destroyed with rust. So that's something to think about if you're moving to the beach. And usually you have higher insurance premiums, so that's something to think about. I don't think our insurance is actually too bad. It's a little more than I like, of course. I think it's 1,200 or 2,600, something like that. Higher home prices. So another thing, higher home values would be a good thing because if you buy, then values go up. But coming to purchase, higher home prices could deter you from purchasing. So I know the house that we're currently in, I think it's, I don't know, somewhere around 300. And up north, though, if I was in upper Pennsylvania, I could get, I think, well, it shows my age a little bit, but this was back in, oh, geez, before the market crash. So we had a 2,500 square foot house. It was like a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and I think we only paid like it was like $600 a month for the whole thing, and it came with a garage. So you never could have got that. I don't think I've ever paid under $1,000 a month for anything, renting or anything, after the market crash. So I don't know. Just goes to show, you can get a lot more for your money away from the beach. So who knows? I think a great investing plan would be to kind of look and see the increase in population, and then kind of go out from there and just kind of plan ahead, like, okay, maybe 20 to 30 years from now, this could be a good investment if I buy land that's cheap, which a lot of people did back in the 70s here. But populations are spreading so fast now that you could go out far enough where within 20 to 30 years, the values would skyrocket if you could get close enough to the beach. So that's something to think about, guys. So let me know. So some of the things that we didn't expect were to have less stress. We do get caught up in the stress a little bit in the summertime, but then stopping down at the beach and just enjoying the water and relaxing threw us off guard. Also, the people still close to the beach usually get more of a, I don't know, like a beachy vibe, like a hippie-ish. I don't know if you've ever been to Hawaii, but it's that kind of feeling. So I love it. And the people, I mean, I can't just say enough about them. I just said those. So yeah, guys, lots of good food, crabs, seafood, and lots of stuff to do. So I didn't expect to have this much stuff to do. I mean, there's bonfires on the beach, jet skis, water. Even if you don't like that kind of stuff, there's golfing, all sorts of stuff, man. There's just, I mean, you can't go wrong living by the beach. So anyways, and if you guys are really looking to have some fun, check out the Jeep Club. Go ahead and pick up a Jeep. You see them all over the place. But if you are going to get one, don't be one of those negative Nancy's that doesn't wave. And make sure you wave at everybody. And anyways, guys, that's a 302 lifestyle for us. We ended up getting involved with golf lately. We've also got the Jeep Club going on. And we did do the boating thing for a little bit. But you know what boat stands for is break out another 1,000. So we decided to retire from that one. And let me know if you guys are into the boating clubs. Like, I know there's some clubs out there where you can buy a membership for like $300 to $400 a month and just use a boat. It's brand new, up and down the East Coast. I've always been interested in those. Also, we got a huge like RV and campground thing going on here where people come down, bring their RVs. That's also cool. You can go down to Assateague. You got the horses down there. Ferry, Lewis, go up to Cape May. There's just so much to do here, guys. I just never expected to have this type of community here, and this good of food, and just genuine people that really care about life and live life. So that's what we've experienced. We've come from the big city. Let us know what your experience has been. If you like the city, you don't like the city, and what your thoughts are on that, guys. All right. In the meantime, keep living the 302 lifestyle. If you like any of this stuff, please send in your pictures. Let us see your Jeeps. What are some of the stuff you guys like to do? Who do you want to see on this show? Let's get them in here. Let's see what's going on. If you guys have been wanting to check out something, there's all types of new stuff popping up, and I can't wait to show you guys the 302.
Wish you could spend more time having fun and less time with chores? Go to 302beachtalk.com to get $20 off a home cleaning. You'll be entered to win a completely free cleaning. Eat, play, serve. Sponsored by That Guy with a Broom.